YouTube, it is I, Karma, coming to you in a quick battle from Total Brohammer. That was my little foghorn noise. Look at me, guys. I'm trying out new sound effects. It's so exciting, you know. Life's all about evolution and change, and I think that's that's a real addition that's going to bring this channel to the fore. You know, we're finally going to break through that glass ceiling that has held down the bros for too long with the foghorn. That's what's going to do it. So what did I bring here? A little Skaven on Bretonnia action, a fun battle. I think I want to say that Skaven have the advantage, but I think Bretonnia actually does a decent matchup in this one. So let's go quickly through the army comp, my least favorite part of the battle, as I've said before. So what did I bring? A couple of peasants just to soak up charges. I brought a ton of spearmen at arms with spears in case they brought a lot of rat ogres, and then I brought some battle pilgrims with chevroned up. So with those chevrons, they have 46, 40, and 35. I mean, and they only cost about 800, 900, and those are really high stats. Not to mention 98 leadership, so they're almost unbreakable, alongside shields. So I don't know. I've experimented with them a few times. They've been successful here and there. I don't know. I spoke with Dov Plays about them. Dov hates them. I like them. So I don't know. We'll have to keep trying and see what goes on. Over here I have a Ben at Arms at the back to protect my 2 pox arrows. Alongside I have a Grail Knight, a Grail Guardian, and another Grail Guardian over here, all in lance formation, of course, alongside the Fae. Alright, and that's my army. Over here, my opponent, well, let's speed up a little. We're just a little bit posturing. So my opponent over here, meanwhile, has brought a lot of Stormvermin with halberds, a lot of clan rats with spears. Makes sense. 1 Plague Monk, interesting. 2 Plague Monks, and then a couple of rat ogres. How are they able to bring so much? It seems like it's a really expensive army. 1 Scaling Singer, and then a laser cannon, or blending cannon over here. You know, it makes sense. Halberds against Bretonnia. Of course, and what am I missing? The main part of this, the assassin, and then the double doom furnace or plague furnace, whatever it's called, the cheese of Scavendom. I don't know why he brought so many spells, but I mean, yeah, nobody likes this. I can't stand it. I think it's awful. I think the plague furnaces are the worst fucking unit in the game. He is getting shots off. My Grail Guardian's getting some models killed, which is huge because Grail Guardians are so hard to kill, so that's massive. But yeah, he brought the. I mean, I don't know. This is like the for Skaven to bring cheese, it makes sense because they're rats. So you know, obviously they are going to cheese a lot. So at least that is somewhat. What's the word I'm looking for? Flavorful. But I don't know. It's just so much cancer in so many in one unit. Just awful in so many ways. But meanwhile, my opponent's not really paying attention over here, so I get a nice little rear charge on his laser cannons, which is huge because if he was able to protect them and fire the whole game, I don't know how I would have won. I don't know what he was looking at. Just probably look at those guys. I also attacked over here with the Fae to try and distract him. Maybe that's what did it. I don't know. Eventually, he does start to turn around. And he's got these rat ogres to attack these Grail Guardians, but their job is done. So I'm like, pull out, run away, get out of there. You don't want to fight this. The front line, I feel like I should have just dominated, but of course, as you'll see, plague furnaces will change the way that goes. Over here, we've lost a few units, a lot actually, 8 models. That's huge, and they're doing some damage to the Fae, but I don't mind. I can heal that up. We are going to start engaging with these Skaven slaves. I do want to, I really wanted to get in this fight a lot faster because I thought, oh my god, my front line will crush his. And you'll see that is definitely not the case. Over here, we're rooting around the Fae Enchantress. I am going to start some charges in here with the Grail Guardians. He's going to start moving in. And, yeah, and over here, you know, everything's looking okay. I am going to get these pox arrows, start firing into the rat ogres. Oh, and or the plague monks. I'd probably charge the rat ogres. But I just have such a huge, dense formation of infantry here. I figured, okay, we should be okay. Maybe cast a lot of spells. Okay, gets the clan rats behind us, but that's fine. Over here, we're still trying to run. Over here, the Fae Enchantress is doing damage to the back flanks. But yeah, of course, the Plague Furnace is getting here, and it's just going to be disaster. I mean, we're doing no damage, and that stupid, wonky fucking animation just pushes right through. I send these Grail Guardians in to attack this this Plague Priest on the Plague Furnace, and we do a ton of damage on the charge, and that's huge. But and we are doing some damage there. But as you can see, all my infantry is just crumbling. They're not really fighting anything. Just so much damage, and he's going to start calling in a laser cannon. Actually, the lasers are huge. It's doing good damage to my Grail Guardians, and I don't know, there's not a whole lot I can do. The damage is not coming in fast enough. In the back here, I'm still trying to run, but of course, the charge, I don't know what the speed is on these guys. 70, so they're getting caught. They're losing a ton of models. It's not looking good for us. He summons in the Stormvermin, the Curse of the 13th, whatever it's called, Dread 13th, and you can see my infantry is just crumbling, just getting destroyed because of these Plague Furnaces. And they're taking no damage. He was fighting anti-large and Plague... just really frustrating. I mean, I guess that's the way the game goes right now, but I hate Plague Furnaces with a passion. With a hot passion. I have to pull out my Grail Knights because I have to start reforming my back line, or else I'm going to lose this game in a hurry. So I pull everything out. I'm like, okay, abandoned ship. Over here, I'm going to try and catch these guys with the Fey Enchantress and with the other Grail Guardian unit. And I'm like, okay, if I can isolate this little pocket, that'll be a huge pickup for me, because that's Storm Vermin, Halberds, and Rat Ogre's gone. And the Rat Ogres don't have, they have the high AP, but they can't really hit these guys because their melee defense is like 1,000,000. Yeah, 56 is super high, and they're just like 20-something. 21 melee attack, so that, yeah, so that's no good. So over here, this is a good little engagement for me. I don't mind that. I'm just trying as best I can to keep my archers alive, keep whatever I can, salvage whatever I can out of this disastrous frontline engagement where his plague furnaces, of course, just killed everything. Over here, we're doing good damage to these rat ogres. The Stormburner obviously aren't taking that much damage, but they're not doing that much damage in return. I mean, their melee attack's pretty low, 17, and they do get that bonus for large, but nah, it's not the greatest. So I don't mind that. It's not a bad engagement for us. As you can see over here, we're shutting down these plague monks with the Grail Knights, and we're trying to reform these archers. He is charging through. At this point, I thought it was game over. I mean, look at the balance bar. It is not looking good for Team Bretonnia over here. They just ran over us with the cheese. The cheese was strong. It was blue. No, it was red. Is there a red cheese? I don't know. It was Gouda. It was Gouda cheese, bro. And it was stanky, and it put us down in a quick hurry. And how many more cheese jokes can I make this video? You have 6 more minutes to find out. Over here, we are going to try and isolate these guys and just crush them. And I figured if we get a full surround with the Fey and with this, this rear charge, we can break them and then run them off the field, because that's a, very important unit to kill. Halberds are so hard, it's difficult to deal with Bretonnia, let alone when all your units are dead. So yeah, and fortunately enough, alongside the Earthblood and the draining effects, we are able to sort of deal with them. Over here, again, I'm still trying to keep these Grail Knights alive because they're my only anti-large, so desperately keeping them away. These men-at-arms are going to come in, and they'll actually do not bad damage against them because, well, they have melee defense 38. But yeah, they don't have the greatest armor. I mean, 90 is not bad, actually. It's pretty good. But still, well, we're going to whittle these guys down as best we can. Over here, we're able to deal with these Storm Vermin, and I want them off the field, so I'm going to, pursue them. Ooh, Ellipses is online. What a mystery, eh? What a cool guy. I have no idea who that is, literally, because of his Ellipses name. Funky. He does pull this Plague Furnace isolated. He gets him out, and I get a nice charge on him. It does almost no damage on the charge, that stupid little animation. But in prolonged combat, we're starting to fuck him up. Obviously, I don't want to keep them in there too long, because there's a lot of infantry around. And the second he puts them on there, I'm in trouble. So luckily he's not sort of he is now. He's trying to surround us. But I was like, oh, come on, get the kill, get the kill, get the kill. And we're so close. He's at whatever health, 460. But it's just not enough. We can't quite get it. But then our archers started raining fire on him. And even though it's doing like 5, 6, 7 damage per arrow, it's enough to at this point he's so close to death. That's enough to rout him. So we get lucky there. That's a big pickup. And as you can see, we're starting to pull the balance bar back. It's actually in our favor now for the first time in the game because we're able to get rid of this whatever it's called, fuck furnace, douche furnace, asshole bell, the asshole bell. That is what I'm calling these things from now on. These fucking asshole bells. So yeah, so we get some charge in the front line. We're doing okay. I heal up these Grail Knights as best I can with some of the spell. My infantry is, luckily they're holding, there's not a lot of like super killy power except for these Plague Monks, so if I can get rid of them, it'll be alright for us. I have these Grail Guardians still alive, and my opponent, the motherfucker over here, gets these laser beams back online, which is huge. I mean, oh man, that was giant. I was like, oh geez, they're gonna laser beam all my units now. But yeah, unfortunately they have super low leadership, so I'm able to rout them up pretty quick. Short order. He does see this coming. That was a bad comment of Cazador, although it does hit those Glamrat spears. It's poor bastards. I should have saved it for later, but I don't know. I was desperate at that point. I still had 2 left. I had not used the Favor of the Fae much in this game. That was one of Karma's Follies. I would in poor use of the Favor of the Fae. But yeah, other than that, we're doing okay as best we can. We do see these laser beams start to come in. That's when I noticed this thing's back online. He is trying to pull through get these pox arrows, but I am using these Grail Guardians to basically protect them. He's rounding some units off, but I'm fine with that. Those are infantry units. I don't give a shit. The assassin I have no fear of. Yeah, she can do damage to the lady, but the lady can do damage right back to him, and he can't heal. Not to mention these Grail Guardians will chop him up in moments. So I get in here, just try and do some Favor of the Fae damage, and then walk right out as best I can, and also support them with leadership. This guy's on a funky angle, so it's hard for him to shoot. So he's like, running around all the time. I get a nice, whatever that's called, Awakening of the Wood right in there. Did a little bit of damage. Anything that helps right now is huge, especially against halberds, because that's the only thing that's a danger. We can kill this guy probably one-on-one. I would assume the Fae could maybe. I don't know. What's his damage? 200. Yeah, I don't know if the Fae could, but she might be able to. Why is her stats? Oh, she's been trophy-headed. Fair enough. So she was trophy-headed, so that wasn't a good engagement for me anyways. But we are getting rid of these Stormvermin Halberds. This is huge. With the surrounding fire and the constant charging, I mean, their morale is kind of wavering. And once they're gone, it's going to be, you know, lights out for the Skaven. These guys run away the second they see these Grail Guardians. Fair enough. They're pretty terrifying. I do get this, the Assassin isolated, so I'm going to try and roll him into these Grail Guardians at some point. His Plague Furnace is really intent on killing these bows, which I'm totally fine with, because as he's doing that, I'm going to run right into the back of these guys, get a nice little rear charge, do some sucking off. As they're getting sucked off, they're clearly like, okay, time to go. This suck off is way too aggressive. Not what we wanted. We're little rat people. This is interracial sucking off. We are interspecies sucking off. Well, interracial's fine. Interspecies, I mean, that's a different story. And then they decide to run, which is fair enough. It was too much for their little minds to handle. The chaos of that act. And then we bring the Grail Guardians in the back here, and yeah, this Assassin's not long for this world. Still pretty balanced, and he gets a nice laser beam in here, right on top of my my clump of knights. I try and move them out, but it does a ton of damage. And of course, every model that's killed is huge, and he basically just has the Assassin and the Gracier. But I have a lot of knights left. I have a ton of knights left, and I got a nice little heal in there, which is huge because that's all my units. I'm gonna start firing it. It's a beautiful little plague, amazing little whatever that's called, plague breath or whatever it's, I don't know, whatever the breath spell is called. It was really well done. But it might not be enough because we have, as much as he was able to chase off those archers, they came back. He wasn't able to do enough damage fast enough. The Fey Enchantress in here, she's gonna fight this guy, and he doesn't have the best stats, even though he performs like he does. 42 and 34. She has about the same. Interesting. So they're about the same, about evenly matched. But she's getting buffed by the Fey by her own favor, and then he's calling in laser beams. But I think, like I said, the Fey Enchantress should be able to beat him one-on-one. He doesn't get that bonus. He only does 200 damage. His stupid animation is so annoying. See how it pushes them back every time? Every time he goes forward, it just pushes them right back, so they can't get hits in. But we do get him bogged down. We charge into these guys. He pushes us back again, and then we have to charge right back into him. And it's just back and forth, back and forth. But these guys are going to lose because they're getting sucked off, and these guys are getting. And he's also getting poisoned, and we have heals, kind of. We have these brave battle drums coming back into the battle. This Assassin over here is going to lose to this Grail Guardian. Yeah, and then that's going to be about the end of the game. So super close. Yeah, very. I mean, GG to my opponent. I just hate your build. Sparco Bolo. I assume you're Italian. I don't think so at all. Actually, you're almost certainly not Italian. But I want to say your name like Sparcobolo. It's fun for me. So Sparcobolo, GG. But I hate your build because it's kind of lame in my opinion. But it was a fun game all the same. Very close. I thought for sure I was fucked. I get a silver chevron from these Grail Guardians. Very well performed. Grail Guardians. Grail Knights got silver chevron. Grail Guardians each got a couple chevrons here and there. These guys, of course, they already came with chevrons, and they did terribly. In retrospect, I should just bring a super weak front line and tons of cap because, I mean, one Plague Furnace can just wreck everything, as this game is known to do. So I put, about, I don't know how much, let's say 1,630, over 3,000 worth of spend in these units, and his one unit of 1,500 could just run over them and poop on their faces, and then dance on their graves. So yeah, the asshole Bell, not a fan. But other than that, GG, fun game. Bretonia emerges victorious, which is always fun to see. Fantastic, 74 kills, good for her. Man, she just looks so pallid and stern. It's really scary. Look at that dead look in her eyes. Oh my god, terrifying. I mean, he looks more welcoming than her, shockingly enough. But what can you do? Anyways, all right, guys, that'll be it for me, and I'll see you around the bend.